Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life, and this is part two. This is a great article from RCR Wireless. So, this is part two to the next chapter of wireless growth. And this one is about T Mobile. So, the first one was about Verizon. And in that video, I clearly stated Verizon has a big problem currently as it stands. That could, of course, change, new leadership, but right now, they have a big problem as it stands. So T-Mobile, a lot of people are questioning. So how are they growing, moving? How are they going to grow moving forward? Right, next generation of growth, if you will. So T-Mobile is, and I'll always continue talking about this, but T-Mobile is underpenetrated in a lot of segments outside of the consumer. There's home broadband now that they can continue growing beyond the 7 to 8 million home broadband if they have a clear path. A great strategy, right? Probably will have to be millimeter wave, but they can grow beyond the 7 to 8 million. So again, they are underpenetrated in home broadband. When they get to the 7 to 8 million by 2025, that will only be a very small percentage of share in home broadband. So there's upside there. And then there's the business, small business, enterprise. T-Mobile is clearly underpenetrated in that. And I don't know why analysts and other people aren't seeing that and discussing that more. They are so underpenetrated when it comes to growth that they can get to, 20% by 2025, which is what they're guiding, and there's still growth for them to get. That's not fair share. And then, of course, there's rural America, which they recently gave us a number that they are now at 16.5% share, which to some people is probably mind-blowing, right? A lot of people are saying T-Mobile's network is smaller, T-Mobile's network is not there, but yet they have 16.5% share in rural, right? Remember, 33% is fair share. I think T-Mobile is on their way to taking more than fair share in rural. They're building a network, and wherever they add retail distribution, they grow. They just grow. And the numbers show us that, right? They went from 11 to 13 to 16.5%. And the last time they updated us, they were at 15%, which was the most recent update. So now they grew another 1.5%. So they are growing very quickly in those parts. I truly believe the guidance that they gave is very, 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 very under deliver, over promise. I mean, they're going to over deliver on that number big time. I think it's going to be closer to the 25% come 2025. And I think that's where most of their targets are going to be. Consumer, I don't think T-Mobile is too much worried about that anymore, because they already have the leading growth in the top 50 markets and fair share in the top 100 markets. So can they continue growing prime customers? They do continue talking about that, so there's some growth there. And like Mike Sievert said, they're not defending their position in the top 100 markets. They're looking to extend their position in the top 100 markets. So they are going to continue growing there. But I think where we will see the most impact in terms of the next chapter of wireless growth, it's going to come from the segments that they are underpenetrated in. It's going to come from rural, it's going to come from home broadband, and it's going to come from business and enterprise. That's where T-Mobile has to make their biggest mark and imprint in order for them to continue growing at the pace that they've been growing throughout LTE. So that's, in my opinion, again, that's their next chapter of growth. They have some other tweaks and stuff that they need to make to get there. I still think they need a bigger network in rural, and I think we will all agree on that in the comment section down below. They will get there. They just need time. And I think they need, in terms of the business case, right, small business, big enterprise, they need indoor solutions. So if they can't service that big business, for an example, with wireline, right, like AT&T can, T-Mobile, yeah, they can do the fixed wireless access, but in some cases, these companies are really big and they require a lot of bandwidth. So if they want to service them with fixed wireless access, they're going to have to do it with an indoor solution. some kind of 2.5 DAS system, millimeter wave, whatever the case may be. They're going to have to do it that way. Right? And that's where I still think there's always going to be somewhat of a difference and a gap between T-Mobile, AT&T, and Verizon. I truly believe that because AT&T and Verizon have, 20 plus years now in that enterprise space. So they're continuing to work that. But some of those relationships for AT&T and Verizon are very deep. Right? T-Mobile's trying to crack that shell, but it's going to take them some time to get there. And I truly believe to get there, they're going to have to do indoor solutions at scale. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. I think T-Mobile continues to momentum. They will further grow. And like I said, these underpenetrated markets, they will have to get there and they will have to take some share. So make sure you guys stay tuned to the channel for more. Like, share, subscribe, follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.